It's part of the position. I think you have to embrace it and take on the role as the protectors of the team. And that's where you get your satisfaction from, just knowing that you were able to help someone else succeed. People always say it's like the job of a mom, somewhat you protect it and you do all the dirty work, and I've heard that used, but you don't look for the praise. You don't have a stat, so the longer you play that position, you get used to it. But your job is to protect the unit and protect the ball carrier at all costs.
That's kind of the mindset that offensive line tries to bring, is we play for Lenore's, we play for Rocket, we play for the wide receivers, and we play for ourselves, and we play for our families. And I mean, everybody hunts and everybody eats, and that's just kind of how we bring it. It's just kind of how I was raised. I was raised in a Christian household. We were obviously doing stuff for each other all the time. It's just through faith, Jesus teaches you to be selfless. I try to live that way every day. I obviously fall short quite often, as every human being does, but you try to elevate yourself in that way. And I try to take it very seriously because I know that it'll serve me well later down the line. I have a big family. I'm the oldest of 4. My dad remarried, so now I have 2 step-siblings as well, so I'm the oldest of 6. Kind of what makes me tick is setting a really good example for the people in my family. I'm the first person to play a college sport since my grandfather, who played at the University of Georgia for basketball. And my younger sister obviously plays volleyball at Mercer now. And I think that she got where she was because I was able to set an example on how to do it. Obviously, kudos to her for getting there, but I wanted to blaze a path for my siblings to be successful. I got hurt actually in the spring. We were doing winter stuff, and it was just a dumb drill that we were doing, dumb on my part because I wasn't doing it the right way. And I ended up hurting myself. I dislocated my kneecap, so I had to get surgery on that. I rehabbed all the way back. I got back 3 or 4 months early, thanks to the guys at Apex, which is over there in Columbia, and the guys obviously downstairs in the training room working together. Really great staff. Thank everybody for that. And then I ended up getting rolled up on in the North Carolina game just a few plays in, and that was absolutely devastating for me, obviously, because you work really hard to get back. It's all taken away from me like that, and that's how life is, of course. I had to come to terms with that, obviously. I had to rely on my faith a lot and just pray about it. Like, what is my plan? What is God's plan for me here? And I realized that I needed to become a better teammate. I needed to become a better sibling, a better son, just better things off the field I needed to work on. Too much focusing on the field, and I needed to take care of other parts of my life. I had to kind of realize that while I was injured, I had to be there for the other guys. You know what I mean? So I made a lot of deep friendships off that, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change the experience because it changed the man that I am. And I think it made my faith deeper, and I think that it made my relationships deeper, and I think that was better for me in the long run because I was able to rehab throughout the season, obviously, and I tried to come back and it wasn't working. I had to shut it down, but I got back eventually, and I was better off for it after. I wanted to not let down my family, and I wanted to use all my gifts that God gave me to the best of my ability and to make other people happy and to make myself more successful. And I think that anything less than what I'm doing right now is a waste of my talents. It is a spite to everything that everyone has ever done for me if I do not give my absolute best every time I walk on the field. And because people have put a lot into me, I have a great support system back home, and I think that it would spite them if I didn't wake up every day ready to go to work and I didn't take care of business in school.
Those guys are physical. That's the biggest sign of respect to me. Those guys play really hard. They strain really hard. That's what we want to be known for, amongst other things. But when day one in our meeting room, that's what we talk about. That's your entrance in the door. It's our style of play. You're going to play like this if you're going to be in this room.
I love contact, and I think that you can't play offensive line without living contact. And I love the grind of obviously weightlifting, of playing offensive line. It's dirty, you don't get a lot of credit. I've had people tell me my entire life that I couldn't do it. You're not good enough to play at this level. Your body doesn't look like everybody else's at this level. And that just fueled the fire for me because I'm like, well, who were you to tell me that I can't do something? Do you know what I mean? And then I just try to bring that mentality to the field.
Yes, I want them to develop as football players, but I want them to develop as young men. Whether I'm giving them real life examples that I went through or things, I might see on TV or just different things that maybe help them in life and how to navigate life. You know, I use football and then compare it to how life like it is. You know, I'm telling them, like, you guys are gonna be fathers and dads here soon, and you know, you're going to have to work and go make a way, because we talk about that a lot in our room. Like, we got to go make things happen, and you get these lessons now in football, but you know, you're going to be a husband, and you're going to have to go work and provide and make ways for your family.
Because sometimes you have coach-to-player relationships where it's kind of like a business transaction and business interaction. It's like, hey, we're going to watch film, and then like, I'm not going to talk to you again until I see you in the building. Coach Teasley will text us, you know, we'll go to dinner, we'll hang out, like, as a group, like, and stuff like that. I think it's like having personal relationships makes what he says more meaningful to the group. We take him more of like as a mentor and not just a coach. Cultivating personal relationships also cultivates respect between him and the room, and we'll take what he says more deeply and more sincerely.
You gonna be a coach one day?
I don't know. I don't know if I could step away from football. I'm a cyber policy and ethics major, so I do artificial intelligence and politics and stuff like that. And then I'm thinking about law school maybe, because my dad's a lawyer. But he told me, like, his only college advice was don't be a lawyer, don't go to law school. So kind of going against his wishes there. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'll take it one step at a time. I think I'm on the right track, just for whatever.
Relationships are everything. If you don't know the guy, you ain't gonna be able to coach him. And you're not going to be able to coach them hard. You're not going to be able to push them because they won't listen to you. So.
The thing that I noticed about this team was their ability to stay together after like a heartbreaking loss like LSU, where I was just like torn apart. Like, I was like, I cannot believe we just lost that game. We obviously didn't play our best games against them, but you know, it's just heartbreaking to hit those losses. And I think we're just closer, honestly. And we're closer and more connected. And I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but we're just better friends. And we just play better together. Football rewards the people that put the most into it. I think that life also does that. Life also rewards the people that put the most into it. And I think that if you're one of those people, things will work out for you.